Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for being here tonight. I want to thank you. My name's Tom Miller. I'm the host tonight of the Reverend Angel Dust Tabernacle of Hedonism with your host, Tom Miller. That's why we call it that. That's the title of the show. The Reverend Angel Dust Tabernacle of Hedonism with your host, Tom Miller, live at the University Club in downtown Gainesville, Florida, home of the Fighting Gators and the Brain Institute, is the full title of the show, in case you want to say it to your friends. Yeah. So you know where you are. Now again, we have bubbles, all right? Plenty of bubbles. Went down to the dollar store. $1 right here. Dollar store next to Publix. These bubbles are scented, but they don't smell like anything, as it turns out. So that's false advertising. They don't smell like, they don't even smell like bubbles. You know what I mean? When I make bubbles at home in the bathtub, there's a smell. But these bubbles, I'm thinking of bottling my own bubbles. Let me know when it gets too gross. Cowboy is here. Give Cowboy a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Legendary, very threatening to comedians. If you're a comedian, you know you probably don't want to be too close to Cowboy, unless your jokes are funny. You might get a pass if your jokes are funny. Anyway, what we do now, ladies and gentlemen, because I know how many of you have asked me, Tom, when are you going to get somebody who plays endless songs, maybe hundreds and hundreds of songs about serial killers? And I'm thinking to myself, you haven't met Tapeworm? What's wrong with you? Tapeworm is one of the greatest bards of the 20th century. And although I must remind you, thank you, Cowboy, good heckle. I must remind you, the Tabernacle of Hedonism does not advocate violence or serial killing. This is strictly a matter of factual information. You'll understand. Anybody that's left after this, you're one of us. Please welcome to the stage the incomparable, unbelievable Tapeworm. Give him a round of applause. Right here.
Alright. Got a new dad joke. I got 2 more dad jokes for Father's Day. They're not good, but what do you call... Oh, I'm already... What is it? What do you call it? A deadbeat dad with the shits? Gonorrhea. What do you call the father? The Romanian father of the cannibal shish kebab? Dad the Impaler. Alright, I know this. Okay, but why did the dad cross the road? To get to the mother side. So. Alright, so today is Bridget Bishop's death day. She was the first of the alleged witches from Salem to be strung up from the oak tree. She was the second alleged witch to die. The first one was, oh, I need a tune.
Very accurate.
Sarah Osborne was the first to die in her prison cell in the poor conditions, but then brought as a slave to Massachusetts all the way from Barbados. In charge of watching the children, she taught them some voodoo from above and some voodoo from below. The Reverend's own daughter, Betty, was of me, so they put the noose around her throat. Neither was Giles contest. He was pressed to death with heavy stones. After hardly a few days, his wife Martha was parted off into the gallows. Harvard graduate George Burroughs, the Reverend said to be a wolf in sheep's clothes. Enemy of Amputnam, who was a foe. Passing blame, his name was what she quickly chose. He became known as the minister of shadows, to be taken with George Jacobs, also Martha's career. John Willard, income doctor, all were named in a row. The grave, the bodies were thrown in so shallow, a hand protruding from the ground of sorrow. Tension in the air, the devil's garden grows again up on the hill. Most were beneath the yoke to watch another 8 witches choked to death at the end of the road. When Samuel Wardwell's last words were to be spoke, but cut short by the executioner's pipe spoke. Someone said Alice Parker, she sunk a boat. Wilmot Red Marble had a fine scapegoat. By the Pope and the minister's wife, who was crushed, was exploded. Now they had gone too far. Salem awoke from one night married to another. Vista road. Tutuba was sold back into slavery, probably to never babysit again. Though Sarah Gertrude Reverend would be hung 25 years later, choking on his own blood like Sarah Good promised she wouldn't. Some believe she really was a witch. How had she known? Lydia Justin remained locked up, dying, so could not pay the prison fee. She died alone. Death was her release. Her ghost and breeder were possessed. No sleep, no rest, no going home. Bridget Bishop was basically executed because the Puritans, you know, they had dreams about her, and so they thought she was a sorceress creeping into their dreams. So they said, "Oh, she's a witch," and they killed her. This next bishop was also had his death day today. Arthur Bishop was not so innocent. He was a notorious pedophile and serial killer. So this is. Arthur's parents were Mormons and extremely devout. Arthur was a straight-A student and an Eagle Scout. In his 20s into kiddie porn, what's that about? He joined the Big Brother program, Little Brother Look Out. That's chapter 1. Alright, chapter 2 is a little creepy. I'm gonna skip chapter 2. Chapter 3, alright. He told 11-year-old kid he'd buy his roller skates. Followed him inside the biggest of all his mistakes. Buried in the desert with the lizards and the snakes. I thought Mormons like little girls, not boys. For what difference that makes. The end. Alright, so this is a bishop death day today. So that's basically the point. Let me see. Alright. I guess I'm gonna try and do this Carla Faye Tucker song, because Carla Faye Tucker killed Jerry Dean, who deserved it, and also Deborah Thornton, who did not deserve it, 41 years ago Thursday. The same day Robert Hansen was apprehended. I like Carla Faye Tucker. They shouldn't have executed Carla Faye Tucker. Grew up fast and laughed at Nancy Reagan. She smoked a pot when she was 8. She dropped out of the 7th grade. She grew up fast and laughed at Nancy Reagan's anti-drug crusade. Methadone, meth, and cocaine to death. They drank throughout that day. Where her friend Sean, a battered wife, shows up, beat up, some plans were made. They would break into that motherfucker's house and take his Harley Davidson. They vowed to make him pay. How far he go with hard to say. They cursed that stupid motherfucker. Heard a friend of Carla Faye at his house. She grabbed a great big axe and bashed in his brain dead. Right had gone home with the wrong guy that night to the wrong place. I think, but the pickaxe, a blanket covered in Christian stains. Born again Christian in prison. At least that's what Carla claimed. Gave him that final fix, that lethal mix ejected in her veins. She died of lethal ejection in Texas. Injection. Okay, I'm just gonna do the cover song now. So, Flag Day's coming up. And Flag Day is very special to me. I once got arrested on Flag Day for putting the flag on the ground in front of the New York Memorial in Vegas. They didn't like it. They took me and my buddy away, and all the tourists were clapping and cheering as they took us away in handcuffs. So I'm going to play David Rovic's song, because I'm always looking for an excuse to play a David Rovik song. They tried to pass an amendment in the U.S. Congress. It seems these folks have some grievance to redress. They said we all must pledge allegiance, because that is what they need. We must not desecrate the symbol of hypocrisy and greed. The flag the correct flag to fly is the Palestinian flag. Because apparently it's against Israeli law to fly the Palestinian flag in Palestine. It's pretty weird. So they use a watermelon to symbolize it.
Push it, cover your ears, cover your ears, cover your ears.
Maybe that's a judge, I don't know.
Get it right, get it right. Get ready, get
If you
ready.
catch his lips, you get a free drink.
It's like bubbles came out of it.
All right.
I think I got a skin cell.
Tapeworm, everybody, give him a round of applause. All right, that's what he thinks, you know. Everybody has different ideas about everything. Look, I know that's weird, but we happen to be, it's kind of gone out of fashion. Doesn't matter if you're conservative or liberal, it's totally out of fashion. Free speech is out of fashion, and recognizing that America is a melting pot and a country of diverse people.
Baby.
What do you need?
Beer. Take a beer.
There you go. We love you no matter who you are, where you are, how you are. Doesn't matter. Tabernacle of Hedonism, believe it or not, is optimistically in support of humanity. We have no chance. I'm just saying, we're with you, you know. Don't let it upset you. Hold on, is that too many bubbles?
No, I'm not.